Yes, I'm in the middle of setting up for Advent over on another channel. I've not done anything on this channel in kind of for fucking ever. At least not since that vote, which was for fucking ever ago, wasn't it? Certainly feels like it. But I've been meaning to do a bit more on this channel, and one of the things I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of commenting on the state of things as they are, perhaps. And with a leaning towards interactions I've had on Twitter in a political sense. And today has been a bit of a highlight. I've not even looked at Twitter that much, and it's already gone a little bit arse. And it's gone arse around this idea that, look, if you just ignore them, they'll go away, okay? You know, here's the thing. They won't. This has stemmed from a couple of people saying, why do I keep seeing Farage on my timeline? I don't want to see that. Everybody should block him. Now, you know what? I don't want to say it either, but that's because it makes me kind of annoyed, and I feel the need to offer an opposing argument to what he's saying. If there's one thing this country's kind of lacked in recent years, it's been a sort of resounding opposition to evil, or the far right. Depends how you wish to define the spectrum. Arseholes, fascists, bastards, whatever you want to call them. I have many words. But this idea, oh, if we just leave them to it, they'll go away. No, they really won't. If you've got to bear in mind, Twitter is something like the 10th or 11th most notable social media platform, i.e. it's fucking tiny. It's far tinier than Fascist, but I think it's even smaller than Tumblr, for fuck's sake. Twitter is kind of a nothingy thing, so this idea, no, if you engage with Farage, you're expanding his reach to other people. Okay, I will take a tangent on that for a moment. If you engage with Farage to say, I think you will find that that video you're using there is kind of doctored, and that thing you've just quoted there is kind of a lie, and you're kind of a Nazi. Well, Godwin not being invoked there, look at Farage's history. But if you do that, then yes, you might be expanding his reach, but, oh, I follow you and now it's expanded his reach to me. Well, if you follow me, chances are you're going to be disagreeing with him, so have I really just turned you into a fascist convert? Is this what this is? Are you so afraid of your own certainty of your political values that you're like, oh, fuck, if another person shows me Farage, I'm going to start voting Nazi? I very much doubt it. So, I've not converted you, but what I have done, studies show, and this is for America, but I imagine it's similar around the world and in this country, it's roughly 20% of people active on Twitter are actually saying anything on Twitter. That means 80% of people, and let's assume these are people and not bots, 80% of people on Twitter are just reading. So we know there are bots that increase reach. If political Remainy Twitter suddenly stopped talking to Farage or reacting to Farage or Haiti Slop Bins or Haiti Sewer or Dazza Crimes, if we suddenly ignored these people, would they go away? Well, I mean, we'd think they'd gone away because we'd have blocked them, so we're not talking about them anymore. Clearly that means they don't exist anymore. Yeah, the bot army that propagate these people and the genuine hardcore right-wing people that follow them and love them, they're still going to be talking to them and about them and sharing, and this 80% is going to be seeing that. This 80% is going to be seeing that without anybody countering it. This 80% is going to be going, I mean, I didn't really think that immigrants did come over here to rape our cheese and steal our cats, but I mean, Farage has said it so many times now, and his mate Daz has joined in, and well, nobody said otherwise, so it must be true. This is the problem. If you don't counter it, the casual observer will think it must be true. Now, I've had a little bit of a falling out with somebody who seemed to extend this, what started as, I don't want to say it on Twitter, to, well, look, if we just do it everywhere, he won't be on TV, he won't be in the papers, and all of this will end. And this will die out. Well, it might. But may I remind you that last December the Tories got in with quite a huge majority, not all because Jeremy Corbyn is a fucking terrible leader and questionable human being. These people have reach, they have mainstream media. I don't buy the Daily Mail, but it's still on the fucking shelves when I go in the shop. I don't watch Question Time. Guess what? It's still on the fucking airwaves. There are things I ignore, they aren't going away. If a few of us just say, yeah, well, you know, we'll turn our TVs off and we won't buy that and we won't talk about that, all we're doing is letting these platforms be used unchallenged. as I keep saying. This is where I keep going back to. I'm trying to think how I can frame this to wrap up. I guess it's... In 2016, you may remember, a really fucking stupid opinion poll held for somebody's vanity where he gambled the country, made sure there were no safety measures whatsoever, and then disappeared to masturbate in a shed while the rest of us slowly died. Yeah. How did that happen? I remember at the time people saying, oh, hold on a minute, Boris Johnson's just blithering on about the EU is why we can't sell haggis to America, and that's not true. And now they're saying Turkey's joining the EU, and I mean, if Turkey meets the requirements to join the EU, I'm all in favour of that, but they're clearly not, so that's not true. And they're saying this, and that's not true, and they're saying that, and that's not true. Why are people believing them? Or more to the point, why isn't hammering or shit Jesus, Corbyn, why aren't these people confronting them? Because Cameron would just say, well, yeah, I don't want to get drawn into political infighting like that. I want to focus on the economy. So you don't wish to address the lies that people are now believing. Because people, we like to say, oh yes, we're thinking creatures, Homo sapiens. Yeah, we have sapience, but we're far more sentient. We're driven by emotion, ultimately. Yeah, that's how 2016 happened. That's how the entertainment industry happens. We are emotional creatures, and lies often appeal more to the base emotions than facts do. So when somebody stands up and tells a lot of comfortable, convenient lies, people want to believe that. There's a bias towards, I want to believe the comfortable thing, not the really unpleasant, difficult thing that means that, you know, the world isn't great or I've got to make an effort or something. And that's what they were doing. And nobody was challenging these lies. And to this day, I still end up in arguments with Leave voters where to this day they still believe what they were told in 2016, even though there's been 4+ years of evidence they are wrong, because that belief was cemented at the time because nobody opposed it. Anyway, I just realised how long I've been doing this for, and I kind of have other things to do, so it's a rather abrupt ending, for which I apologise. At the same time, I've talked a lot longer than I intended to on this, so I apologise for that too. I really have to get back to... Oh dear God. It's that time of year again already. Yay.